Look at that. Right on time tonight.
Beautiful. Oh, it is. It's 6:30. How
On the
about that?
minute. On the minute.
Nobody watching? It's awesome. Well, we got one. Yeah.
we got Pop Actor watching.
Yep.
Rick, welcome to it. He says he's first. That's great. Oz is going to join us in just a little bit, but for those of you watching, welcome to episode 60.
Yeah,
we made it from yesterday to today. That's how long it took us to get to episode 60.
Right.
But this is exciting, Bobby. I'm really excited to have a close look at this thing.
Yeah, it's cool. I like it. Actually, I love it. Yeah.
Awesome. Yeah. Well, for those of you just tuning in, if you're watching it later or if you're watching it live, tonight we decided to do a special Toy Frenzy episode. And it's going to be Bobby, Oz, and I. And if Shawn and Adam can pop in, that's great. But it's an off night, so we're just going to do what we can do. But we're really excited to do a kind of special episode of the Frenzy and do a toy review. Because Bobby, you got something special in the mail this week.
Yeah, and I did. And we showed a little bit off yesterday, but it's the I'll just show off the box first, the MONDO TRAPJAW.
I'm gonna go ahead and make you big here.
All right. Let me scoot it over so you can see. Is that better?
Yeah, that looks great.
Okay. Yeah, the artwork is pretty cool. You can see the little bit of the Roton and the Palace of Eternia back there.
That's amazing. I'd seen the artwork before, but I didn't even realize that was Eternia back there.
Yeah. I was taking a look at it, and I believe that's all that they're showing. Just the Palace of Eternia, and then some of the Roton, plus of course TRAPJAW.
Yeah.
But
their artwork's amazing on these boxes.
Yeah, and what's cool about it, I'm sure everybody's seen these before from MONDO, but they got like that little magnet flap, so you don't have to like really pop it open, and then it opens up to this where it's got a real cool TRAPJAW, the figure itself.
Now that's a photograph, so that's probably Raul Barrero, I think, right?
Okay. Yeah, I'm not sure who did it. Yeah, it is. It is a photo of the figure.
Yeah.
Yeah, they've been showing that off. I don't have my glasses on. I can't read what that says. But then you got the window box.
Yeah.
I took everything out, so I don't make all that noise with the plastic.
Yeah, no, that's great.
Yeah, it says 1/6 MONDO under here.
Yeah.
And then on the back, I don't know.
Yeah, let's see that.
People want to pause that and read.
Yeah. For sure. So that's great. So they are acknowledging that he is formerly Cronus on that.
Bio. But we struck down. By yep. It's got Cronus. I could read it. It says, once a devoted henchman to Keldor, Cronus grew weary of the transformed Skeletor's mania and raised an army to defeat him. But Cronus was struck down. I'm trying to read without glasses. His jaw and his arm destroyed, only to be rebuilt by Triclops as a wizard of weapons, TRAPJAW. Now freshly escaped from Infinitra, I guess. The psychotic interdimensional animal returns alongside with the rest of the evil warriors to sow mayhem in Eternia. That's pretty cool.
That's good.
I don't like that storyline that much, but I like him just being from another dimension and then
being
turning
a bounty
from
hunter.
Cronus. Yeah, from being Cronus first. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I prefer the kind of mini comics version too.
Yeah, myself too. Yep.
Well, we got Oz who's popped in. You ready to come on in, Oz?
What's up, everybody? Good to see you guys, man. It's not often we get a chance to hang out twice in a week.
Yep,
that's right.
So I appreciate it right now.
It's a treat. I'm ecstatic, just to be hanging out with you guys. There are folks who are watching. There are a ton of lives happening in the YouTube, and by all means, feel free to go over there, watch those shows. But because you can watch this at any time. We're not here to grab viewers, but we are here to enjoy ourselves, but we're happy if you are here. And we got Duchess here.
Hello. Hello.
Great
hello.
to see you, Duchess. And Rick thinking he's by himself, but he's not. He's no longer by himself.
That's right, Rick. You're not all alone.
And that's right.
We got a few people watching, but nobody in the chat. So
That's all
you
right.
guys can comment in the
all
chat if you'd like to.
Yeah, we're gonna get into it. I did bring up some slides of I did put together like 4 slides
Okay.
just of different versions of TRAPJAW, leaving out a few, of course, because I just sort of decided to do it last minute. But maybe we could go through these real quick.
Okay.
So, Bobby, you love TRAPJAW.
Yes, I do. It's my favorite masters. Yes.
And he's definitely a massively important character for me too.
Mm-hmm.
But there's magic in this original figure, right? I mean, this thing.
Yeah. That, like I said, that was the first Masters figure that I saw that I absolutely fell in love with. I liked the original line, the original 6, but the or was it 8? I'm stupid, but but when I saw him originally, I was blown away by how cool he looked, and just all the coloring, the different weapons, the belt and the head, just his face alone with the jaw. It was amazing to see him for the first time, and ever since then I fell in love with him. He just has it all for a Masters of the Universe character. I think.
Really does. Yeah, that
he's
articulated
what,
jaw.
Yeah, he's what Masters of the Universe is about. I think.
Really this unexplained phenomenon of a character, like he's half mechanical.
Yeah,
he's got this jaw, and I kind of, love the mystery of that original line. That you didn't really know the backgrounds of these characters. You just got glimpses of fragmented storylines in the mini comics.
Yep.
But you had to make these things up.
Yeah, and he looks mean too. He's really mean looking.
He does, and he even looks mean in the Super 7 one. It's based on Filmation here that we're looking at.
I got that one right there.
That's personally of the TRAPJAWs that I have. That Filmation style one is my favorite.
Yeah, I love it too. Both of those, I got both of those. I got the Classics one as well.
Yeah, the Classics is great too.
But I do love the Filmation version of it. But that's because I'm biased when it comes to that, because I'm so in love with the Filmation cartoon.
Yeah.
That I just like that image. That's how I got them tattooed, as well as the colors from Filmation.
I mean, who better to be talking about the Mondo TRAPJAW tonight than the person who has him on his arm?
Yeah.
Right.
And this, I wanted to throw this in here. This is the new Filmation Origins TRAPJAW. I hear you groaning.
Because Bobby and I have very similar thoughts on this guy.
I'm just going to say it. I kind of love the face on this guy.
The face is good.
The arm is weird.
I hate the arm. I hate it.
It looks like it's gonna snap.
Yeah, it looks bad. Because I was looking at my Origins one the other day, and I was like, "That's a lot better than this." I don't know why they just didn't keep it. I don't know. I don't understand why it looks so cheap.
I mean, the Origins arm is great. It's like this is the mini comic coloration, but I love what they did with the Origins arm, that he could lift it up even.
Yes.
And then it's got the elbow articulation, very similar to the Classics. But I do want to say, this Filmation TRAPJAW that we're looking at here, his arm is similar to the cartoon.
Yep.
But if you're familiar with the cartoon, which I know you are, Bobby, his mechanical arm in the cartoon is like super wimpy. Like,
it's real stumpy though.
Real stumpy.
It's just like almost a shoulder, and he goes up. He puts everything up really close.
That's right.
They kind of extended it, to kind of like. But that's just awful.
I think I might be wrong, but I think that's an area right there, right below the shoulder. You can undo that elbow,
That's
and you
what I'm
can do
thinking.
it. And I'm hoping you can just add the gun attachment or whatever it is, so it'll look like
So you're
that
thinking it's
short,
got like
stumpy.
like little tiny pieces on each end with a swivel, and then you can
A
just
little bit
remove
more
that part.
modularity.
Yeah.
I'm hoping
Okay.
so, because then he'll look like a real Filmation.
Yeah, because he would have the more of the stumpy version of
Yes, exactly.
everything.
Right.
Yeah, that might be like an extension, but it's still awful looking.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's what Jeff's asking about too. He's asking,
Yeah.
are those arm pieces removable?
It
With
looks
the
like
We don't know.
modularity, we can
Right.
hope.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
We're just theorizing at this point, but
we did get a couple more people in the chat. Give them
Ooh.
their shout outs here. We've got Dawning of a Decade has joined us as well. Hello,
Yeah.
beautiful Dawn.
Hi, Don.
And All Music fan Jeff, he is hanging
Yeah.
out with us as well.
Great.
And our good friend Cobweb Collector. I know
Yes.
he had popped in here somewhere.
Yeah.
Here.
Yeah, I saw it. Yep.
It's now the chat's really starting to hop and it keeps jumping on me. Hang on.
Cool.
It gets
Yeah.
hard to contain the excitement.
I found
There
him.
he is.
Oh, there you got him. Yeah.
Got him. And then I also just saw we had, figuratively speaking,
All right,
John
John.
joining us. And we also have K
Hey,
Roll.
Carol.
All right. So yeah,
Um,
now it's really popping.
Yeah.
You know, Pop Actor had a question here. I thought he was modeled on the James Bond villain Jaws. The not G.I. Joe. The
Big Jim.
Big Jim. Thank you. The Big Jim character.
Again, I come with him. That's hilarious.
You got it. The Big Jim character with the jaw is was loosely. It's theorized that he's loosely based on Jaws from the Bond movies.
Yeah.
But I think that they and then of course they use that model for creating TRAPJAW. So there's a loose connection there.
It's very loose. Yeah, he's the character's name is Iron Jaw.
Iron Jaw. That's right.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
So
I love Richard Keel's Jaws in the James Bond movies. I love that character, and anybody that has metal teeth is all right in my book.
Yeah, and he brought that into that Silver Streak as well, the movie.
That's right.
Yep.
Yeah, that's right. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
I told you I got to shake Richard Keel's hand. Did I tell you I got to shake his hand?
Yep.
You mean you
It's
got
like
to put your minuscule hand into that big?
It was like it was insane. It was
massive.
Incredible. He was a very nice guy.
Oh, I'm sure.
But enormous.
Oh yeah.
Well, all right, Bobby.
Yeah.
Now that we've talked about other versions of TRAPJAW, let's have a look at this monster, this maniac.
Okay. Well, let me go through a couple of the extra pieces first before I show the figure.
I'm gonna go ahead and make you fill the screen here.
Okay. I just
want him big.
I'm going to show you this one first because since you like Cronus so much and the derpiness of him, look at this face here.
Oh wow, they really went derpy on him.
Yeah, I don't know if I can't. I'm gonna.
Yeah, it's okay. Pull back.
Hold your other hand behind it.
Oh yeah, try that. Yeah.
Well, like that.
Yeah, well, that helps a little bit.
Sometimes that'll help it.
Oh yeah, there it goes.
There you go.
Oh, come a little bit forward.
Put it in front of your face. There we go.
It looks like he's about to fart. You know.
Yeah, I think he already is. He's
definitely got a. He's got a turtle head poking out, that's for sure.
Well, he's got his mouth like this, you know, and it's weird looking. I hate Cronus. I hate it. I don't.
There was an actor in the 80s who had a naturally enormous chin. You know what I'm talking about? He was in a lot of B movies.
Yeah, I think I know what you're saying.
I can't remember his name, but he kind of looks like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's I prefer the origins. Sorry to say.
And then they got the original TRAPJAW, kind of like, you know, the regular head with the rounded jaw and the hook, you know. And inside he's got the
meat mouth.
Yeah, and the teeth. But this one doesn't look so bad because this is very they did it right because it's kind of like in the background. It's hard to tell.
Yeah, it's pulled back. I can see that.
And it's not really in your face. Like it's a darker red with a lot of black onto it, so it kind of hides. And but yeah, he's pretty cool. The face is the same, I think, as the other mask.
Yeah, I think that's the way it should be done. Is that messed up insides of his mouth should be further back. Oh yeah, that looks good.
Yeah, because the Cronus, it's got a point on his head like a German helmet.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah,
It's
old school
different.
Prussian.
Yeah.
I like that.
So, and then you got it comes with a couple extra fists. You got a closed hand and then a fist hand. So
That's
he's
cool.
ready for fisting.
No big deal. And then it comes with an extra arm for the Cronus version of it.
Aha.
That's good.
Imagine there is somebody out there with this Mondo TRAPJAW on display as Cronus.
They probably
because
have
they
all. They
prefer
probably bought
Cronus.
3 of them, and so they have all 3 heads.
Oh, that could be. Yeah, that could be.
People with money.
Yep, that's right.
But here, let me pop off this head then. Here's the one
Yeah.
I display with, because I think it fits with the figure better
Yeah.
of how the style is. It's got the squared off jaw.
Put your hand behind it again, and then
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, and that's okay.
I'm not good at this shit.
No, you're doing great. You're doing great. Yeah, there we go. It comes into
there
focus.
it is.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
See how the like that inside doesn't really come out so much.
See, that's the way that meat mouth should be done.
Exactly.
Yes.
Yeah. For sure.
You got this. I like it, like the back of the helmet. You know, it's got that little
lip back there.
Yeah, that's how all 3 of them are like that.
Yeah,
that's really good.
And then the stripe as well.
Yeah, that's
I just
very cool.
love that big square jaw on that one.
Yeah, that's why I display it with this one, because that's what they first showed, and I was like, oh, that's pretty cool. I've never seen it like that before. And it's kind of like, you know, how it's like a rough metal where, you know, they can like bend it like that and create it quicker than they would rounding off one. I don't know.
Yeah.
That's just how my opinion is on it. And then here's the full figure itself.
Oh man. Let's see that belt. That skull on that belt is gorgeous.
Yeah.
It really is.
It always reminded me of the pirate from or not the pirate, the what's that movie? Time Bandits.
Oh, totally.
The guy with the pirate hat, you know, and he had the skull and crossbones on it. It was like almost the same.
And it's like a 3-dimensional skull and crossbones too on that hat. Yeah.
Right. Yep.
Oh man, I gotta watch Time Bandits again.
I like the flaps, you know, like instead of the loincloth, he's got the like
they
a leather
look better.
flap. Yeah. And his feet are really cool too.
Oh, I like that.
Got some Frankenstein monster feet.
Yeah, big boots.
Got that Doc Martens of the Motu world right there.
That's right.
And the arm is kind of, it goes in and out a little bit. You know, I'm not real huge on articulation. I really can care less.
Yeah.
But
so it goes into his body a little bit, like it.
It swivels just a tiny bit, not much.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just to give you that little bit more.
Yeah. But I don't know if you can see.
There's
like this little bar here.
Yeah, like a piston.
And it kind of see that.
So cool.
I wish I could get it better lighting in here, but
that's all right.
No,
it looks
perfect.
Good.
Yeah, that's pretty cool though.
Oh wow, I like that.
But this hook is really, or the claw is really cool. It's got a good swivel to it, you know.
Yeah.
Oh man.
And it opens up wide.
Very reminiscent.
And he's got like spikes, kind of like a punk rocker.
Oh, there you go. There you go.
There it is.
It's like a wrist.
They did that just for you.
Yeah. But what's weird, you know, I was just noticing this though, is like his TRAPJAW arm. It's got the green, you know, bracer with the that. But when you do the Cronus arm, it's black.
Oh,
so I don't know why they didn't paint it the same color.
That's
because the bracer is the same.
Yeah.
Close, you know, but that little, you know, mechanized part of it isn't. I don't get that.
Yeah, that doesn't
foreshadowing.
Make sense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You think they would have gave you another arm to change that to keep the colors, but even like the shoulders and stuff, I don't know if that's. I guess that would be more like. See, it's like gray.
Oh yeah.
I don't know if it's like a shoulder pad or something. I'm not sure what
that's
going for. You know,
like a short sleeve.
Yeah, something, but it doesn't match the at all. So that's weird. But I don't know. I don't know what the thought is on that.
Yep. Pop actor Rick, you're right. Robert Zadar from Samurai Cop and Tango and Cash. That's right on the money. And I wouldn't be surprised if they are referencing him with that Cronus face a little bit, that big chin.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Yeah. It's yeah. I'll put it in a box and never look at it again. But the best thing I like about this figure here is all the accessories you can put on them.
Oh yeah,
It's got
That is
the
really
fly
nice.
swatter. Here's your fly swatter,
beautiful.
and then I
You
got
really
the gun.
shouldn't have a trap jaw without a fly swatter.
Right, and here's his gun. I don't know. You guys want? Yeah, I guess I'll just take them off.
Yeah,
Here's.
beautiful.
I'm going backwards. Here's the
It
gun.
really does. It does look
Yeah.
like the original toy too.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah.
gun.
The gun's really good. Yeah, and then you got here's this fly swatter.
Beautiful.
And then this one's kind of annoys me a little bit. It's like a grappling hook. It's because it pops off with the string, so it constantly comes
Oh.
out. So
Oh
I gotta.
yeah.
No.
Let me see if I
Okay.
have a better view of it.
There you go. Oh, that's
Yeah.
the hooks on that are nice though.
Yeah, it's sharp.
Right.
It pokes you pretty good. Yeah, it's like a cat's claw. I mean, it's sharp,
That's cool.
but it's got a long string to it.
Yeah.
And that's what annoys me because when I was displaying it, it just kept popping off and falling down like that. So
Oh,
I got to try to like tie it up to where it won't fall. But sorry, I'm going through this shit so fast. But
no, it's all right. You could to avoid the grappling hook popping off like that. You could have him hanging from something on display.
yeah, and then you got this big giant hook.
Yeah, that's rad. Oh my god,
it's-
that's really big. Let's see what it looks like against your hand.
Oh, okay.
Looking
So
kind of
size
like a
comparison.
fish hook almost.
Oh my god, that thing's huge.
It's huge. And what it's cool about it's got like this copper color to the top. See that?
Yeah,
It's
that's
almost
great.
like a scorpion in a way. It's kind of
Oh, nice.
it's wild.
Yeah.
That's
I like
This
that
one's
it's
really
weathered looking too.
yeah. And then it comes with this one. This one I really like.
The
'Cause
bow.
the bow.
Oh yeah.
And I like that it's red.
Yep.
So you kind of get the filmation part of it, but it's also the same color as his helmet and stuff.
Yeah.
So it's pretty neat.
That's so cool.
Yeah. And then you can hang it on his back. But that's what I like about the figure is he's got all these massive hooks,
That's so cool.
that you can, and they swivel too. So you can swivel them all up and down.
And are the hooks plastic?
Yeah,
That's
everything is
nice.
plastic. Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's really thick though. And what's cool about it is they got the hooks on the let me see if I can.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
And
I
they
see
they snap in there. So they
Yeah.
stay in there without falling off.
Oh, nice.
So that's pretty good. And then he's got the one for his back right here
Yep.
as well.
Right.
So you can have him on display with all of his accessories.
Yes. Yep. That's what I have.
Except for the Cronus head.
Yeah. Well, the other head too.
Oh yeah,
It's
the
like-
other head too.
Yeah, the two heads. And then he also comes with the stand. A lot of people I've looked at no one talks about this stand.
Oh yeah.
I'm
Oh,
using
wow.
it for the his what do you call this? A mace or something, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah.
But this piece here, it kind of like opens up. I don't know if you can see that. It just it's like a spring in a
Yeah.
way. It's kind of
Oh,
and you
very
can-
nice.
I'm sure you can stand other things in there, but here's the big
That mace is cool.
and it's got this real sharp point on it.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's pretty neat. So I'm not going to have him hold it because he looks weird when he's holding that. So I'm just going to
Right.
display it holding it up like that.
Yeah.
So,
Okay.
so it looks like a nasty car wash piece.
Yeah. Totally. Totally. You don't want to put your car through that.
No.
Drove
no.
through your
Do
car
you-
wash and it fucked up my paint job.
Yeah, exactly.
But the head pops off real easy. Look how easy that comes off.
Oh yeah.
It's not usually. I got to remember that when I move my figures around, I usually grab them by the head.
Oh yeah,
Yeah. So I keep. I was like,
Ooh.
damn it, it just keep popping off.
So,
'Cause
but
nothing else falls
it's on there
apart.
secure. It's on there pretty
Yeah,
secure.
yeah. It won't. Yeah, I can shake it.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
not coming off. I was really surprised that I didn't have to like snap it on real tight.
That's a good
And then
thing.
Right.
and then the hand just pops right off
Oh
too.
yeah.
They just slide in. They don't have like the ball things. They're just like a flat.
Oh
So it
yeah.
just sticks right in there and it's done. So the same thing with these two. I haven't taken this off yet. Kind of. Yeah, I'm not going to do that live. I'm afraid.
You don't want
And then I'm going to be pissed off. Son of a bitch. So I'm going to display it with this anyway. But
Yeah,
this claw is
that
massive.
claw is so cool. It's
Yeah.
very very similar to the forklift thing that
Yeah.
Ripley was using in Aliens.
Right.
Power loader.
I don't know
Power
if
loader, yeah.
you can see there, like the jaw has. I wish you can see it better, but you can
If
see
you
right
pull it
here.
back just a
It's
little bit.
It's
yeah,
got weathering.
yeah. It's like it's scratched.
Oh
and
yeah.
it's got the silver coming through the
Oh, there
red
it is.
paint. Yeah, it's hard to
Yeah, there we
see.
go.
I wish I had
I
better
see it.
lighting here.
No, that's all right. It looks great.
Let's see. I don't know if that helps, but
No, it was looking good,
Yeah.
Bobby.
okay. I
Yeah.
can't tell. I wish I had my glasses on, but I can't tell how good it looks.
We got your
Yeah,
back, buddy.
Yeah, but it's
Yeah.
it's cool. It's got like that. I like that. It's those little details, and it has like around the jaw part of it, and on the side. Like it would get scratched there. So
Yeah, for
Yeah.
sure.
it's pretty cool. But the best thing about this figure is it came from all you guys.
Oh man.
I don't know what else to say. I know I messaged all of them in the chat and everything like that, but it's
It's a
and it even has like the weathering, like the scratches all over his arm, the robotic arm too. Can you see like that
yes.
silver up
Yeah.
in here and stuff? It's like all the edges where it would move and get scratched. It's like shiny, where it just gets that. It's cool. They did a lot of this is amazing.
Terrence is saying people have complained about the eye alignment and what I saw from if you look at the thumbnail for this episode here tonight,
Yeah.
there's like it looks like there's two different sized eyes.
There is. Yeah, both
that's
of these
kinda
are
cool.
exactly the same. I'm looking at the
Yeah.
regular face, and then I'm looking at this face.
Yeah.
To figure it out. He's heavy, but they are kind of. I don't know if you can see a close up of the
Yeah.
eyes.
One is bulgy a little bit more.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
I wish you
yeah.
wouldn't get the shadow in there, but
That's okay. I see it. Yeah.
yeah.
But you know what I kind of like about that though is because this is kind of a hideous figure, right?
Yeah.
So there's I mean as much disfigurement as TRAPJAW already has with the biomechanicalness of them. I kind of think that just plays into it a little bit more. Plus, like that ugly ass Cronus head. It just adds to that ugliness, right?
Yeah, the Cronus has got wide eyes with red, but the Trapjaw is yellow with red. And the right eye it's smaller. It's got more of the lid to it on the bottom, and
Mhm.
then the other eye is a little bit more wider. But they're both like that, so that's done on purpose. And I don't think looks bad.
Well,
if
he
it would
was
be one
also-
thing if the pupil was actually painted in the wrong spot, that would really drive me nuts. But this doesn't bother me. So if it doesn't
That's
bother
good.
me, it's perfect. No,
I
that
guess
seems to be what Terrence is talking about,
Yeah.
though. Like some people are saying their eyes are crossed, but yours aren't. Yours are good.
No, yeah, no. The paint and everything's good. Yeah, it's just the one eye is a little bit smaller than the other, but that's done on purpose. Kind of give them like a little squint on
Yeah.
one side. Like
Terrence
glad it's
says
got that.
Terrence here says I think the different size of the squinting eye makes him look unhinged.
Yes, it
Yeah,
does. Yeah, he makes him
sure.
look mean. Yeah, he looks like he's like bothered.
Yeah.
with
Yeah.
something. Yeah, and it's like on the right side too. So it's the arm, the mechanic arm that's smaller. So that's kind of cool. It's kind of like maybe a stress, like he's got some stress, where he's
Yeah.
Right.
who knows. But Yeah.
It adds depth to him.
Yep. Yeah. This is besides the vintage figure, because I'm always going to say the vintage is the best, but this thing is. I don't think you can ever get a better TRAPJAW ever again.
Yeah.
I don't think they would make one better than that. And
Not
I
even the
go ahead.
not even the Filmation colored one that had a power con.
Well, I don't have that, but I think I would I would still say this one beats that because you know what I mean. This is like the original version of this, and then they
Right.
just painted it, to match the Filmation version of it for the other one. But
When they showed that off at PowerCon, like I don't know if you saw it back in that chat, but there was a couple people messaged like, I can't believe they announced this one now, and we still hadn't even gotten him his yet, because we
yeah,
all know how much you appreciate and you love Filmation. And like John, when we saw it, John saw my whole
Yeah.
like attitude change. I was just like,
yeah,
you've got to be fucking kidding me. This is now, like
right.
now.
Yeah, I really wanted to get that one too, but
I had faith that Bobby would like this one because of his love for the vintage figure and how the
Mhm.
colors align more with the vintage figure.
yeah,
But yeah, it is. I think that was really sneaky on Mondo's part to
Right.
throw that out there. It was
and it's
almost
easy
like
for them. Yeah,
it's
It
very easy
is.
for them. But yeah, for sure.
yeah, just paint the other stuff pink. Basically. I think
Yeah.
it's all the same though, right? They used the same sculpts
All
and
the
everything.
same.
Yeah,
There
it's
was
just a
nothing
different.
else
No,
different, just a slight paint job that I
I
saw.
Yeah.
think he comes with a Filmation style head sculpt.
Okay.
Oh,
Yeah.
Well,
okay.
like to me, it looks kind of like that other head sculpt
Yeah,
that
that's
Bobby
what I
Right.
was
was
thinking.
showing
I thought
off
it
with
was
the
like this
rounded.
one with the rounded head.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But it
that's
might
what
be.
it looks like, but it's a little more vibrant.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they don't have uh the sort of flesh eaten away thing
Okay.
going on with
I'll have
that
to
Right.
look it
Filmation
up.
style head.
Yeah, I'll have to look that up. But I
Um
do believe that all this comes off like I want to say it does. I'm not going to try. Maybe it doesn't. It might stay on. 'Cause I'm thinking because of the Cronus stuff, but I think he still keeps the straps on.
oh yeah,
The this stuff
Yes.
here
that
and all that.
harness
Yeah.
thing.
Since Cronus is only really in the cartoon very shortly, I don't really pay attention to him or
Got like
what he
2
looks like.
seconds of footage.
Yeah, yeah. It stinks. I don't like it. And I don't even like the name. I just think it's an awful name.
Cronus.
Yeah. I don't like it.
So Terrence is saying he ordered the Filmation one at PowerCon. So yeah, Terrence,
Oh,
when you get that, make sure you find a way to show it off. We'd love to see images.
yeah, I would love to see it.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So I did pull up the images of it just to see
Okay.
distinctly
Yeah.
what the differences are.
Okay.
So yeah, all the accessories are done in that more reddish pink. He
Mhm.
has a actual fur loincloth,
That's
fall
right.
in
Yeah.
line more with
Oh,
that
okay.
look.
So that's changed.
That's
And
cool.
that other rounded head sculpt, it's definitely the same jaw piece, but they did the paint apps a little bit differently to
Okay.
line it up more with his Filmation look with the eyebrows and such.
Damn.
Okay.
Like
Yeah.
those more thick, distinct eyebrows.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would love to have that. But
Yeah.
when I saw that was an exclusive, it kind of like made me like, oh shit, I couldn't.
I know.
And then they
Dude,
announced that you can get it, and I'm like, what? And I forgot all about it in the morning. I'm like, oh crap, it already went on sale.
I'm
I got
expecting like
so mad.
Yeah.
I'm expecting something like at New York Comic Con or something coming up that they'll announce a Red Beastman
Oh
mini
yeah.
comic Red Beastman.
Right.
Oh, you
A
think
little bit
that
more all
version?
red.
You
I
don't think
think
they
they
would
I
do a
might
wouldn't be
filmation?
surprised. I think they would.
Filmation colors.
Yeah,
Yeah, maybe with the
since they did that
Filmation
with
head sculpt.
TRAPJAW. Well, I think TRAPJAW would be a little bit different though, because maybe yeah, they might do the head sculpt too. That would be cool.
Yeah.
The filmation version of that.
Oh yeah, for
Yeah,
sure.
I'm not digging the Beastman filmation origins figure whatsoever. I don't think it looks.
It I'm really kind of disappointed. It's basically
Yeah, he doesn't
If-
look
if-
like the Filmation version.
It's basically the same head sculpt as the 5.5-inch Super 7 one that they came out with.
Yeah.
If you want a Filmation style Beastman, try and find yourself the Club Grayskull Classics sized
This one.
Super 7 one with the slightly open mouth. That is absolutely spot on and
Yes.
perfect.
He's beautiful.
He's
You
great.
can't get a better Beastman than that one.
I
don't
I
Go
like
ahead,
that
Oz.
one has that half open mouth too, because
Yes.
like that's how I picture him from Filmation, just
See what
always
I'm talking
standing
about?
there, kind of going,
He's a mouth breather, and
Yeah, yeah.
If you have, I don't understand why you would have Beastman's teeth clenched, because he's a mouth breather by definition. So it doesn't make any sense. I'm disappointed too, and it is sort of, I don't know who sculpted that the 5.5-inch Super 7 Filmation Beastman, but whoever did, it's basically the same sculpt for the Origins one.
Yeah.
And
that doesn't surprise me.
And that's fine. That's cool. And for some people who weren't able to get those other versions, this is going to be a good Filmation Beastman to have, but it's just not.
Yes.
It's not quite there. I'm with you.
And the good thing is I don't like the way it looks, so now I don't have to worry about buying them.
I know.
I'm happy
know
with
what
the
I like?
classics ones. So yeah, unless they come out with the characters that have not been done before that are in Filmation, I'll grab those, like a Malaxa or something like that. All those. Well, we discussed that one episode.
For sure. If I see those figures in the store, it's going to be really hard for me to resist any one of those Filmation figures, just to get it for like $17-$18. But I'm not going to pre-order them or anything.
No, I'm not either.
Yeah.
I was thinking about TRAPJAW, but how many TRAPJAWs do I need now? Now that I got this big one,
That I do have to say that I think the best Filmation head sculpt for Origins is the TRAPJAW.
He looks good. Yeah, I like the head. Yeah, I just don't like that puny arm thing.
I would totally I'd do some pop and swap here. I'd have to try and put my other Origins arm on, maybe paint it red.
That's exactly what I was thinking.
Just to give it a more definitive look, because that head is gorgeous.
Yes.
And I'm sorry, I have no idea what they were thinking when they left the eyebrows off of TRAPJAW, releasing the Origins version. He looks so weird without them. Yeah. It's nice to see that proper TRAPJAW look again.
Yeah. Oh, let's see. Yep. Sorry, I was just wanting to see the size of the eyebrows on the Super 7, the Super 7 Filmation TRAPJAW, and they are chunky, which is perfect.
Yeah. Yep.
Right. So I see Terrence is asking a question here.
Oh.
Let's see. He's got someone post an image reportedly from PowerCon 2021 of a Horde Trooper. Have you ever seen that? And do you know if that was ever said to be in the works? Was this from Mondo?
Yeah, from Mondo.
I don't think I've ever seen one from Mondo.
Me neither. I haven't seen one from Mondo. I'm trying to think of what's that the company that does the statues.
I don't think they've done that either.
Gentle Giant.
Yeah, that's right. I don't think they've done it either. Oh no, not Gentle Giant. That other company.
I know what you're saying. Yeah.
Yeah.
That was another one I wanted to get. Was that Filmation?
Totally a thing.
Statue? Is it?
It is.
Yeah. So apparently, there was a shot at a panel of a Horde Trooper. That was done by Mondo, 1/6 concept art, but it looks like that's all they got was the concept.
It's a concept art. Just, okay.
It's a sketch, and it looks like a Horde Trooper, and like there is nothing wow about it. It's a Horde Trooper.
It's just a sketch, yeah, But can you imagine a figure of that from Mondo?
That'd be pretty amazing,
right?
Especially if the mechanical details were like pushed to the next level.
Yeah, it would be great if they
Yeah.
did the swap of the head. You put He-Man in there, like that one episode. in
Yes.
She-Ra.
Yeah.
Yep.
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 That'd be cool too.
I would
just
definitely
was-
like to see that.
I was just thinking Optic would be an amazing Mondo figure.
Yeah, a lot of those new adventures
Oh my
They would be
gosh.
characters.
They would be really, really cool.
Imagine a slush head at that scale.
Yeah, just the detail in his face and his arms and stuff. You know, the skin.
Man.
They would find a way to put water in there. Just saying.
They would do it. They would
would
have
totally
it
figure
be
it
like
out.
little snow globes without the snow, right? They would.
Well,
they
it
would
could
have
be like a
stand
real
up.
thin plastic that goes around the head, but
Yep.
it's just filled with water around it. You know, where
Mhm.
it doesn't have to actually be in the figure itself. You know,
That's true. Yeah.
it just gives you the illusion that it's filled with water.
Imagine,
armor.
but army building with Mondo. I mean, somebody out there can afford to do it, and if you can afford to do it, then by all means, just be sure to send us photos.
We
Put
want the
photos on
pictures.
Instagram or something, right?
And
We
commission
want- yeah.
Skelly to build you a proper Dio background for that.
Please,
Because
I would love to.
you need to have a proper Dio. If you're at the point where you're army building with Mondo, you got the money to afford his time.
Oh, definitely.
That's right. Please, and so
Or
definitely-
major credit card debt.
yeah, exactly.
Right?
I mean, you know, some people it's just like, well, what's another $200 on my credit card?
Yeah,
You know,
I know,
already
that's
got
right.
$1,000 on there, so what's another $200 to $300 or $500?
Yeah,
What's the difference?
sure. What's another? Why not?
I'll be paying interest the rest of my life. Who cares?
One thing
I'll be
that's
dead
good
before
about
they get it all.
one thing that's good about working with me, if you want me to build a diorama for you, is I don't take credit cards, so
Yeah,
you don't have to
there you
worry
go.
about that. But yeah, that's it can be tempting. I can see how some people might fall down the Mondo rabbit hole and just rack up the credit card debt.
Well, it could be one of those things where you're like, you know what? I'm not buying nothing else.
Yeah,
I'm just going to save my money and just get Mondo figures. Because
That's
if I
kind of
bought
what-
all the origins throughout the year, I'm spending what, $2,000.
You're spending just as much or more.
Yeah.
Or I get 3 Mondos. I'm actually saving money in the
Yeah.
long.
Right.
You know what I mean? So
that's very true.
And, you know, it almost works really well to just be like, I only want to buy that one Mondo. But like ever since Funko has taken over, it seems like the toy side of Mondo has been kicked into overdrive
yeah,
because they're like announcing more and pumping out more. A lot of it's just simple repaints, which again, we all know that's just part of action figures. That's
Mhm.
how they make their money. They got to reuse the tool. They got to change up the paint scheme.
Mhm.
And that's totally, totally okay. I totally get it.
Yeah.
You know, just buy the one that you like the most. And, you know, if you end up liking one that comes out later, it's not like you have to keep the one that you already have.
Yeah.
You know, you can always, I mean, of course, there may be some sentimental value to it. But, I mean, let's be reality. If it's not bringing you as much happiness as you think another one would, you know, you can do what you want. It's your stuff, right?
Yep.
So you can always take that option. But the truth is, the Mondo stuff is just so magical in a way because, you know, I talk a lot about the 4 Horsemen and the paint apps that they do on Legion's figures and Figure Obscure and all. And it's really second to none. But then when you look at something like Mondo, it's like, well, you know, because Mondo's giving you an articulated statue.
yeah.
Mhm.
It's
And
heavy too. Yeah, they're thick.
the paint detail on it, you know, it's right up there with Hot Toy and everything else, which is why I believe they're totally worth the price.
It's art.
Yeah.
It is fully art.
Rick is asking, not to change the subject, but Rick is asking me a question, but I think Oz, you probably know the answer. I do know that there is a vintage figure in the Rubio Wind Raider art, but I don't know who that is. I'm trying to picture it in my mind right now, but I can't, Rick. So we'll get back to her. Oz will find the answer. He's good at that. And
Alrighty,
Bud, you can pay in homemade chocolate chip cookies. But all those cookies are going to go to my wife and daughters. So let's talk about other options for me. You can include some cookies in whatever else we come up with.
I mean, are we looking for somebody other than He-Man here?
I think it's I have this in the back of my mind, having some sort of image in my mind of a figure being in there, but
well, I mean,
Rick's
the
asking.
main
We're not experts, but Oz is the closest thing to being an expert on some of that stuff. So I mean,
Yeah,
Bobby, we want to talk Filmation. Bobby can answer it for you, and I'll just sort of like try and answer some things with my minimal knowledge.
yeah. So I mean, He-Man is definitively sitting in it on the top panel art. Then on the bottom part, it's just landing on the ground empty. It doesn't have anybody in it.
So it's He-Man.
Unless he's thinking of the
guy in the middle of Skeletor and Beastman. So he's talking about in the top right corner where it's all really tiny and blurry and had no detail back in the vintage.
Sure.
I mean, if somebody would know a question like that, who that was intended to be, that would be Adam.
Yeah.
He may know more about it than I do.
Yeah.
But just from what I could tell looking it up, because I thought it was He-Man, but I wasn't 100% certain. And I pull up the box and sure, that's He-Man.
There is, I think it's a character. Didn't Classics release a character that was featured in a box art for the Roton or something like that?
Yeah, that was that Sky guy.
Yeah,
that's the one Joe Amato named.
Yeah.
When he was a kid, he named it that, and then they did give him the credit for that too.
Oh, good.
Yep.
Good.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah. He came
and
up.
He's definitely got his finger, got that figure out, which is fantastic.
Yeah.
Okay, so Rick, are you talking about, if you're talking about on the bottom panel of the vintage box, you've got He-Man and Teela battling against Beastman, Skeletor, and that is Stratos.
Okay.
Sitting on the enemy lines. But this was at that time where it wasn't, everybody was still mixing and matching.
Yeah.
I know all about the vintage toys. I just don't know about the vintage art so much. I know the figures and the accessories. I don't know what's on the art. I don't study the art as much as I should, but I know what it looks like. I just don't know every detail,
I like the way it looks.
Yeah, that's how I am. It looks good to me. That's it.
So this guy right here, like, there's still not really any color on him, but and you're not going to be able to tell from my share screen, but he definitely has like the red, and then like right here are the goggles of Stratos. And then you can kind of see his wing thing kind of coming up the back of his arm.
Yeah.
And back here where they're all up in the sky, you can't even tell who's behind Skeletor and their Wind Raider.
Yeah.
But that is definitely Stratos on the ground here.
I always forget about He-Man's pronounced butt cheek on the cover in this art.
Look at that cheek. Them cheeks right up front, but you can clearly see that's Stratos.
Yeah.
Out of Teela sitting there like that, you're looking at He-Man's ass.
Well, Teela's off to the side.
You got this right here, but
how do you not see that? It's like right there. It's
I never paid attention to that.
Yeah.
All right. So Rick's saying not that pick. Well, this is the vintage box. So what are you asking for, buddy?
Well, we'll continue the conversation elsewhere, Rick. Otherwise, we'll spend all night looking for that.
Yeah.
I'm already going to spend all night looking for it now.
Yeah, now
it's going to drive me nuts.
Hans is going to go down the rabbit hole.
You said vintage. Which vintage box you talking about?
Yeah, yeah. He said Rubio, and I think he meant Rudy Obrero.
Yeah.
But and I think that must be the one that I don't know. Yeah, that's right. That's right, Julia. You can count on Masters of the Universe for making sure that those characters are working out their
Yeah, he can
Working
drill
the
rivets with his
glutes.
ass, right?
That's
Right?
right.
Working the glutes.
The glutes. They're always working the glutes.
Okay, there was a pilot used on the model kit. So let me look
Oh,
up
the
the
model
old
kit.
Oh, there
All
you
right.
go.
Well,
Wind Raider model kit.
That's a completely different thing there.
yeah.
Yeah, because those were definitely made separately.
So if you were to plan ahead and Bobby, now that you've held
Yes.
a Mondo figure in your hands and you can
Yep.
see the detail and the care put
Yep.
into that figure, if you could plan ahead for a potential next Mondo figure that you would want to see on your shelf, what would it be?
Evelyn.
Yeah. Yes. I'm right there with you.
And I believe they're coming out with her, so I really have to think about that.
It's at some point she's coming, and it's going to be a tough one to resist. She's the best.
She's my second favorite villain. She's my third favorite character overall. So
Yeah. Well,
maybe
she's
my
in-
second character overall. I get her and Man at Arms back and
Yeah.
forth. But
Well, she's the one really in charge.
Yeah, she's the best.
Yeah. Plus, she's the best looking out of all the characters on Masters.
Yeah, she's cool. And I don't know what skin color they're gonna. I don't remember the renders that they showed, like the paintings or whatever. I don't know.
I
what
don't
they
think
look
there
like.
were colors. But I can't remember.
I don't know if her
feel like
skin's
they were
going to be
black and
yellow
white.
or is she going to be like the 2000X version, or the Filmation version where she's more skin toned. You know.
Yeah. What would you prefer?
I'm yellow.
Yeah.
Like the vintage figure. I just think it would look cool as a Mondo figure. I think
100%.
they would paint that really good.
I agree. And if you want to get the fans clamoring and arguing with each other, definitely go with yellow.
Yeah.
But that'll make so many of us really happy. How about you, Oz? What do you want to see Mondo release?
Honestly, Snake Man.
Uh-huh.
Which one though?
Which
You guys
one
hear?
though?
Yeah, which
Snake
one
Man.
would you like
Definitely.
first?
Oh, King Hiss. I want to see
Okay.
them do him like, with the regular body and then like the billion snakes body.
Oh yeah, that would be cool.
Just really, really I think that would be phenomenal. So, okay. Couple of images here because, again, I can't let it go now. I got this sent over from Terrence.
Oh, cool.
So this is the Classics figure. And there it is. It's the Wind Raider pilot.
Oh, okay.
He's just
That's
aptly
right.
named Wind Raider pilot. So there you go, Rick. And thank you, Terrence, for sending that over to me.
Thank you,
But you know
Terrence.
me, I just can't let it go. So I definitely had to pull up the box art.
And that's off of the model kit version of the Wind Raider that you used to have?
Well, I had the Talon Fighter. I didn't have
the Talon Fighter. That's right. I got
there it is.
Oh, okay.
Aha. Okay, so Rick, is that the one? Oh, he says not him.
Oh, shit.
I don't know, Rick.
Well, at this point, Rick, you're fucked. So
you know what? There's a thing called Google.
That's right, buddy.
That's what Oz is doing.
That's all I do.
Right.
Look it up yourself.
Oh man.
Yep.
I mean, if it's not him, I can't think of any other mystery figures.
Right,
but
like that's
maybe Rick, if you found something in the box art that no one's paying attention to, then man, you got to take some screenshots of that and start sharing it around, because
I'm sure there's some dorks out there that actually went with a magnifying glass and each up and down each thing to spot something weird.
I think we're friends.
It has to be, you know.
I think
Well, I
we're
mean,
all
that's
that
how,
dork.
No, I don't think
right?
so. I don't do that shit. It's just like those. It's just like when you watch those episodes, like people watch those episodes of like Walking Dead or whatever, and then they're all over the internet talking about all these little freaking details that they see. I'm like, how many times have you watched that fucking episode and to pull all that shit out? And how do you remember all this crap? you know,
Yeah,
Jesus.
it's a
I just
real
sit there and watch it
dedication.
and just watch it and
Real,
enjoy it. I don't need to know
yeah.
every single little
I,
detail.
I want to know what I mean, I'm detail oriented for sure, and
Yeah.
I will go deep if it's driving me crazy, kind of like Oz just did. But it must be an interesting way of being uh, to be hyper focused on everything that you
Yeah.
ingest, because
Right.
that's a lot of energy. I just don't
Yes,
have
it
that
is.
energy.
I don't either.
I mean, there are a lot of Star Trek episodes, and there are people out there that know every second of what's in every scene of all those Star Trek episodes.
Yep.
And I can't even compare that to, like, I mean, Star Wars, there's a lot of material now, but compared to Star Trek, it's a drop in the bucket. Like,
Right.
but there are fans out there, like you said, with Walking Dead. How many episodes of that show is there? Like
Yeah.
200 or something? It's crazy.
It's like,
Someone's
someone
gonna
bitching, how the hell did Daryl get a ham sandwich in that scene? Well, I don't remember him eating a ham sandwich, or something stupid like that,
Oh
Uh,
man, that's. I kind of wish that I
He
had
ain't
an eye for
asking
those
how. He's
things.
just eating that, right?
Yeah,
Like
I
he's
mean,
I
he's
like
like
just trying
that.
to
I
eat.
know
Okay, let that man eat.
I know the Filmation cartoon and stuff, but if someone asks me a question, I might get stumped and I might not remember right away.
Yeah,
I have to
yeah,
go
yeah.
back and watch the episode again. I'm like, oh yeah, it's this. Okay, I remember now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't need to retain every little thing in my head.
Okay,
No,
wait a
and
minute. So, the chat are figuring it out.
Okay, good. Everybody's
Uh,
Googling.
well, I thought
It's a Google night.
Sky High. He was the pilot of the Talon Fighter, wasn't he?
Yes. Well, Sky High was that one that Joe did.
yeah, we talked about that one,
Yeah, with the
Right.
rotons and stuff. Yeah.
and I don't know if that's
He
the
was in the
one.
Wind
So,
Raider, though, I believe. The Sky High character was.
The actual guy that Rick sent to me is not the guy that's in the Wind Raider at all. It was that red warrior that was on the ground that kind of wears that alternate Zodak armor.
Okay.
And one thing I can just say, Rick, is you should probably start following Axel Jimenez,
Oh yeah, yeah.
because he's been working on trying to bring a lot of this stuff up in Origins, but somebody made him a little custom figure of it, and they are calling him Arax, the Chaos Enforcer.
Wow,
Okay.
that's cool.
And this you can find on IG, and Axel Jimenez is IG.
Yeah, that's cool.
So wait,
Oh,
Sky High is the one. Sky High came with Sky Sled and Classics toy line, but he was the pilot in the Wind Raider on the vintage box art.
Right.
Which vintage box art? I just had the vintage box art.
I think it's on the Roton or something. No, it's in it is
okay,
there. Yeah,
so
it's
it's
not
in
the
one of
Wind
the
Raider.
other box
Yeah,
arts.
it's in, yeah.
That makes sense.
Yeah, I remember talking to Joe Amato about it. He was telling me the whole story about it. So I don't remember which box it was, but he told me the whole thing about how he named it and all that stuff.
There we go. The Fighting Foemen. Yeah,
Fighting
that's what
Foemen
came out
too.
in Classics.
Yeah.
And then they also did all of those characters designed off the vehicles themselves.
Well, if it was solved tonight, Rick, then fantastic.
Yeah, hopefully we did.
Yeah,
Or
someone did.
Right.
But it is really cool to see how in the chat everybody's bringing the knowledge about all
That's
those
right.
obscure characters. Love that. I love that about this community. I know I say that a lot, but everybody's wanting to help each other out, and I love that.
And no egos either, which is great.
Yeah,
Because sometimes you can.
Yeah.
I've had a couple people that was on Twitter that followed me that really got pretty snotty. Well, I knew this and this, and you got that wrong and that wrong. I'm like, well, fuck you then. I don't give a shit.
Yeah.
I got something wrong. I'm not perfect.
No one's perfect. I make mistakes every day,
Yeah.
and almost every single episode of this, and that's just normal.
Yeah.
Yeah, I see what they're saying. It's that figure, but like I saw it in that picture that Terrence had sent me where it was like the single carded box of classics saying Wind Raider pilot.
Okay.
But yeah, it's Sky High with Jet Sled. It's the same character that I showed them.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Cool.
Yeah.
Well,
again,
thank
that was,
you, community.
Yes.
That's right.
And Cobb got it.
And everybody that showed up tonight, we had, what, 19 people in the chat right now? That's awesome.
It's amazing.
And I hope they
It
all
is.
hit that like button.
Yeah. Otherwise, Oz is going to come after you.
That's right. Like you chased out the Columbus City Rats or whatever it was.
Yeah, yeah. I survived Columbus, Ohio rats and their rave party outside of the Arnie statue.
The rat rave.
Which I still think is really, really
well,
creepy.
guys.
Yep.
So, Oz, you probably have a fairly busy weekend. What do you got coming up?
Well, actually, aside from this tonight, I really didn't have much going on aside from the, my usual live tomorrow night. However, earlier tonight, Mega J, well, actually today, not even tonight, Mega J gave me an invite to join him. So you can catch us at 1 a.m. Eastern time, doing a stream. We're going to be talking about PowerCon 2024, hopefully.
Okay,
we're gonna see what we can do. We're gonna rustle up the community behind it. We're gonna get everybody all up in arms and see what we can do about making. I don't know how much an impact that'll have at all, really, because honestly, it's well out of our hands. But we're gonna see what we can do and try to get. We're gonna try to really get some traction, so they know we really want PowerCon 2024 to happen. Like, it needs to happen.
There's two hashtags people got to be sharing right now. The first one. Oh, sorry. What was that? I think there's a delay.
Oh no, go ahead.
Yeah.
Okay. Oz, if you're doing research, that's probably why there's a little bit of a delay that happens. That comes with that territory. Two hashtags you folks want to be sharing right now. That one, we want more stunt puppet pictures, Motu, and we want PowerCon 2024. Just gotta make sure I don't misspell anything.
You hit go first or send before you check the spelling.
Oh, did I?
I don't know. Did you? Because as you were speaking, you hit send. You're like, I got to check the spelling.
Always do it after the fact.
Yeah.
I kind of feel like sometimes my body and my mind are in two completely different places.
It's hilarious.
But yeah, everybody, thanks so much for joining us tonight.
Yes.
This was fun to do a toy review. When it's something massive like this, we got to come together and talk about it. And and all the love to the Patreons for Toy Frenzy, for everybody's channels here involved with Toy Frenzy. All of you coming together and to get Bobby this Mondo figure, just it blows my mind. It warms my heart. It's amazing. I love participating in things like this too when I can, and it just feels good. And that figure, Mondo, if you're watching, that figure is amazing.
Yes, it is.
Phenomenal. Just remarkable. And I think similar to Masterverse, Mattel's Masterverse, I think the Mondo Masters of the Universe figures are getting better.
Yes, they are.
Those first few,
definitely.
I was like, that's cool, but it didn't quite grab me.
Yeah, I wasn't impressed with the Man-at-Arms and the Merman when I first saw them.
Yeah, nor was I.
But then they
Oh,
came out
Merman,
these
definitely.
newer ones. I'm like, wow, they really changed how they look, and they're really making them look really good. Except for that Prince Adam, I don't like that face too much. But
Yeah, and I think Merman deserves another go. I mean, I feel like Merman's not been getting enough love from the toy makers lately. I mean, we've got to have,
which is weird. I don't
it's
understand
such
that.
a, I don't know why we haven't gotten a new Eternia Merman yet, because
Right.
I'm just chomping at the bit for that. Can't wait to see what that looks like. And I feel like the Revelation Merman just wasn't cutting it for me, and the Mondo, the first Mondo Merman, I think it deserves another go. I think I'd like to see what they would do with another go at it.
Yep. Same with Man-at-Arms. He needs another one too.
Man-at-Arms, for sure. He's got to be, grizzled. Man-at-Arms has got to be grizzled, but also also carry a kind of intellect and stature. He's a difficult character to. It would be a difficult character to redesign.
Yeah, right.
Yeah,
so I can see the challenge there.
I mean,
all music.
Nobody's gonna touch what we had. Like, no matter how much you bring in, nobody's gonna touch that vintage look that drew us all in so much.
Right.
But they can definitely honor it, and I think that they have really, really been doing so.
Yeah, I haven't complained about how they looked. Yeah, I don't care if they changed the way he looks. It's just, I mean, they upgraded the way TRAPJAW looks. It doesn't bother me whatsoever. Yeah, as long as it's done right. If it looks stupid, like well, I mean, the Master He-Man, he always looks dumb. His face, it just doesn't go. It just, I don't understand why they do that with him. But everybody else has been okay so far.
Yeah, I know. It's strange. I feel like there's just it's always going to be hit and miss. And if you love the characters you love, you just hope for that one winner,
It's almost like someone from Mattel was driving down the beach on a bicycle. The guy crawled out of the sand of some beach bum and he snapped a picture, and that's your He-Man. You got the beach bum He-Man.
We got the perfect He-Man ever. Look at this. What the?
It's my skull.
They're trying to make him handsome, and I think that's a problem. I think that's kind of a problem. Adam can be handsome, but He-Man doesn't have to be handsome. He-Man does not have to be handsome.
No, no, he's got to be a warrior.
Yeah. Well, I think this week I've got a busy weekend ahead of me, folks. I think I'm going to skip Weekly Weirdo, but there is a new Cambridge and with Shawn episode up on wherever you listen to your podcasts. That new episode launched last week. It's up. It's ready to listen to this past week, and it's a lot of fun. So definitely go over there and listen. And if you're interested in becoming a patron of any of our channels and joining in on these community activities that we're doing, I mean, the TRAPJAW discussion today wouldn't have happened without our patrons. If you feel like joining, those links are right down below. Definitely check out Adam's Battle Ram blog. Definitely check out Legends of Grayskull podcast where Shawn and Matt, I think they just launched another episode today on the second issue of that new Forge of Destiny comic series. And there's just, yesterday's episode was a ton of fun. It was great to have Shell and Justin Rosh from Stump Puppet Pictures. And today has just been a blast talking to my two buds and, looking at that figure. Thank you, Bobby, for being so generous with your treasure and sharing it with us.
Oh no, I mean I can't thank the patrons enough. If I could, I'd give everybody a hug, but it's physically impossible. But
Just wait. We're going to get that Studebaker. We're going to drive
Yeah,
around the
right.
country and give everybody hugs.
But you know, it's given is the kindness of their heart to do that. You know, no one asked for this. I never asked for it.
Yeah.
But they also give to each other as well. You know, it's
Yeah.
not just to the hosts of Toy Frenzy. They give to all the patrons
Yeah.
are included. We're a small community now that's getting really close. So
Right.
it's nice to have that. It is. It's different. Yeah. So if you do join, you are joining, you know, a group, not just giving, you know, $3 a month to us or whatever it is, you know. So
Yeah.
it's worth it, I think.
And the money comes back to the frenzy in
Yes.
some way.
Yep. Well, it
and
pays for the
so-
StreamYard, it pays for Canva,
Yeah.
it pays for other
Yeah.
things as well, and
Yeah, exactly.
shipping that we ship things out to people,
That's
all of
right.
our
That's
all
right.
of our giveaways that we do and stuff. That's how
Yep.
we can do that stuff.
I
So
saw
it's-
Captain Biscuit showing up here. Great. It was great to see you show up again, Captain Biscuit.
Mhm.
Good to have you back.
Yes.
And that's, I just totally interrupted you, Bobby. Sorry about that.
No, that's all right. Well, I'm gonna plug a little thing here. If you want to follow me on Instagram, it's Bobby Dangerously, same as Twitter.
Yeah.
Also, the one I'm really working on is my punk rock CDs.
Mhm.
I like to show off what I'm listening to every day. It's fun for me. I enjoy that. I do that on Twitter as well, but Twitter is it's getting stupid.
Yeah.
But Instagram, I'm focusing more on now. But I do have a couple projects I'm actually going to start tomorrow, believe it or not. So there's a couple things coming that one's for my channel, one I'm writing a story. And yeah, I wrote this like back in '94, and I'm gonna give it to Duchess so she can narrate on her show in a couple weeks. So
Very
yeah.
cool.
Chapter
Yeah.
1
Love
is
it.
happening.
No, not chapter one. It's an old story I did a long time ago for an English class, and I think it deserves to be brought out someday.
There you go. Fantastic.
Yeah,
I
but
love
that's-
that.
Hey, yeah, I got a Blueberry shirt. I was gonna wear that next week. So yeah, it's coming.
All right. Have you
Rick caught on.
pre-order? Yeah, he's figuring it out. He's very observant, that Rick. Did you Bobby, you pre-ordered the Blueberry, right? And Oz, did you do it too?
I did. Yep.
Couldn't do it at the time. Haven't had the chance.
still
but
available.
He is
Yeah.
coming to the collection. I know. Yeah, I'm not too worried about it. Fortunately,
Yeah.
those guys have been pretty available. I just haven't had the spare.
Yeah.
You know.
We should already had it in our hands by now, but it's still it's not shipping yet.
I'd like to have it by Halloween. That's all
Yeah,
I'm
me too.
saying.
Right. I'm not gonna lie.
But-
I want to get all of those little Jada toy. Like I want to get, of course, all the cereal guys, and
Yep.
I mainly want Blueberry for the glow in the dark and the Ghostbusters. But
Yeah.
I kind of want the Chester Cheetah one too.
Yep.
So I can have like He-Man walking around Castle Grayskull with a bag of Cheetos.
That's
They all
awesome.
come with the product.
Yeah,
Yeah.
right. Yeah.
I love
Yeah,
that.
that's
I don't know. How cool is that?
Yeah,
That's
can you
very
imagine
cool.
putting like all the Masterverse figures sitting around a table, and you got the boxes of Blueberry and chocolate?
Oh,
and-
yeah,
yeah,
man.
with that. Someone
sorry,
do that
it'd
for
just
me,
be
please.
fun.
I would love to see that.
All right,
I'll-
you guys heard it here.
Yeah, the challenge has been posed.
Dude.
Well, guys, I'm gonna go.
Yep.
Let's close up shop, but this is a lot of fun. I'm glad we did it, and I can't wait next week. Toy Frenzy. We don't know what we're going to be talking about yet, but I'm already looking forward to it,
Yeah, it'll be
and I
fun.
can't wait also to see that trap job on the shelf behind you, Bobby.
Yes. Oh, you want it here? Okay, I'll
Well-
bring it for the episodes. I'll put it there for the
There
episodes.
you go. There you go. I don't want to mess up your
Yeah.
shelf.
He puts it in bed with
Design.
him every night. You know that's what he's doing. He's been sleeping with us since he opened it.
Yeah.
Well, you know, I wanted to bring up too. On the 20th of October last year is when I joined you guys permanently. So that's coming up
Is it
too.
really?
That's coming
in 2
up.
weeks. Yeah,
That's
All right.
a whole year.
can't
Can you
wait.
believe that?
That's incredible.
I've been there
Time
since
flies.
episode 13. So it was when I
That's
first joined you
nuts.
guys. Yeah.
Wow, man.
Lucky 13.
Yeah.
That's right. That's right. It is definitely our lucky number.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah.
Before
So
you
I
know it,
thought,
we'll be saying 10 years. It's been 10
oh
years we've been
man.
doing this.
We'll have all of 5 people left watching us. Like, are these guys
Mhm.
still bitching about Motu?
Yep.
I'll be screaming, I'm turning 60.
Bobby
Yeah.
will have quit collecting for the 4th time.
More
Yeah.
than fourth.
Yeah. I'll be
Oh,
still
man.
going like, oh man, they got another new wave of Mythic Legions coming out.
Oz will finally not be able to hang for a 6-hour stream. He'll be like, I'm pooped. You know, and
I'd be like, 5 minutes.
yeah, exactly. Yeah. Well, that's great. We got to plan something for that. We are
I
planning a
agree.
giveaway, pretty exciting giveaway for Halloween.
Yoo-hoo.
So keep an eye out for that, folks. I'm staring at the stuff right now. It's over in the
Oh.
corner, and some cool things.
I definitely want to get things fixed for our Patreon as far as the Discord goes. Because I was thinking last year was that first year we kind of tried to do a watch party on there. And I'm thinking it would be really fun to do a Patreon exclusive watch party for some horror movies and such. So
Okay.
we'll definitely be working on that in the background, of course.